Pokemon collectors have a gambling problem. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of content from people at like vending shows and just people that talk about opening packs. And it's brought to my attention or like made me think about it in a way that makes me think that a lot of Pokemon collectors or even any other card collectors and sellers have gambling problems. And one of the biggest things that I've been noticing is this whole notion of people saying, "Oh, I'll like at the vending shows, they go, I'm selling you this card for $100, but coin flip for $50." And it's like, you're gambling at that point. You're not even trying to like hide it or trying to negotiate anything. You're literally just saying there's a 50-50 chance that you will get a deal on this, or there's a 50-50 chance that I will win. And that whole concept to me is like pretty backwards in my opinion. I think you shouldn't be selling things and then incorporating gambling into that because one, it's a bad thing. Like nobody should gamble. One of the dumbest things you could do, and it's a huge waste of money. But then to incorporate that into your business and as a seller, like take a chance at lowering your profit on a coin flip, or even for the buyers that are saying or like accepting that coin flip to get a deal or to pay full price, it does not make sense. And you could argue, oh, it's fun or whatever, but when you're seeing all these people making the content like this, and then you see like kids come up to those vendors and they go, "Can you do a coin flip for this card?" And it's such a bad thing in my opinion, and it will only get worse as more people normalize it and make it a common thing. Like that's one of the things that even I'm a little bit worried about for my first time vending a few or like in the next 2 weeks is that people are going to come up to me and be like, "Oh, would you do a coin flip for this card?" And I'm just going to flat out say no. But then they're probably going to be like, "Oh, why not? Everyone else does it." So it brings such a bad image, I think, to just selling things as a whole, especially like card collecting. And if you're someone that does that or encourages it or whatever, I think you should definitely stop doing that because you're basically promoting gambling at that point. And especially when it starts affecting like kids, like 10-year olds that start doing it, then it's even worse because you're just spreading that out and like messing with their mindset on the whole concept. And then the other thing that I've noticed with a lot of the pack openings and the people selling on whatnot and TikTok, and it's one of the biggest reasons why I can't seem to get myself to be doing that a lot and also just be successful with selling stuff on whatnot and TikTok is the fact that like 90% of the reason why those sellers and streamers are making a profit is because they're incorporating gambling into it. Like they're not just showing you a card and saying, "Oh, this one's $10. Like you could buy it for $10 right now." Or they'll do an auction for a pack or an auction for a card and just see what it sells at. They're not doing that. They're doing you could bid for this card or bid for like a spot on a wheel so that if you win the bid, you can get a chance at like a ETB or you get a little booster pack. And then you see like 50 people bidding, it goes up to like $50 for a sale, and then you see what they win, and it's just like some Chinese booster pack or regular English booster pack, but they just paid $50 for it in hopes that they would get $100 item or better. And then you see the other ones where it's like the pulls, like in they have like a whole ETB box of hits, and like you bid for a spot in a random number generator, and then you get that number of the card in there. It's like these things are so bad in my opinion. Like just sell things as is. You don't need to incorporate gambling into it. You don't need to incorporate luck into it either. Like opening packs is already one thing. You're paying for, the chance to get a hit. Like you could get a good card in there or you can get nothing. But at least you're having fun with that purchase and the odds are in your favor, or at least to a point that like the Pokemon company sets. Whereas when you're bidding on these things and you're getting a chance at a certain item or that chance to like win this product over this one from some random person that you don't know what the odds are, like for all I know, there's one chance of getting the ETB and then 99 chances of getting a regular booster pack. Yet people are still willing to gamble their money and risk it all just for a chance of getting like a slight deal. And it's only been getting worse, to be honest, because when I first started selling, I was mainly dealing a lot on Facebook, and I was in the groups, and a big thing is what they would call was like waffles, and they couldn't even say raffles because that was banned by Facebook. Like you couldn't say you're doing raffles or anything that involves something where it's like a chance at winning. So they literally had to do like a loophole and call it a waffle, and that was the understood name for it. And they would say, "I'm selling you this card. Let's just say it's worth $100." And they'll sell 5 spots at $20 each. So then 5 people would pay that person $20 for a 20% chance of getting a card for 100, or that's worth $100. And yeah, sure, if you win, you got lucky, you pay $20 for a $100 card. But for those 4 people that did not win, they just threw away $20. They just gambled $20 and lost it all because they wanted to get a deal or like get a win because they are so addicted to that like dopamine hit of gambling their money and then trying to win something from it. And even back then it was bad, but it's nowhere near what it is today. And now it's on like everything. Every TikTok stream you see, there's people doing these like raffles and wheels and spots or whatever. And then all these videos you see of people at the card shows, they're saying, "Can you do a coin flip to make a better deal?" And I think it's just very bad. The reason why I made this video today was because like seeing the kid say it was I don't know which video it was. I'll try to find it hopefully, but it might be gone by now. And like a kid, he was probably no more than like 10 years old, I would say. He goes up to the guy, they work out a deal, and then I think it was I don't even remember what the dollar amount was, but he's like, "Would you do a coin flip for a better deal or whatever?" And I think that vendor though was respectable. Like he asked the dad if that was okay with him, which was I think very professional of him to ask him because like a sleazy vendor would have just said, "Yeah, I'll do the coin flip," and then just done it regardless just to get money out of it. But he at least asked the parent, which I think is very good. But still, the fact that the kid asked that is terrible because like no kid should know what gambling is, and maybe he doesn't see it as gambling and sees it as just like a game. But that could be even worse because then when they get older, they're going to see gambling as a game, and then they're going to be playing with more real money and bigger money, and then just keep losing over time. And it's happening like everywhere. You see any sports channel, any ad on YouTube or TikTok, it's like gambling after gambling all day. Like there's a new gambling site every week. It seems like, and now that it's becoming normalized almost in like the TCGs and the sports cards, I think it's just going to keep getting worse. And I think for sure, Whatnot and TikTok need to put like a ban on it or put some restrictions on it because when you promote that, it's just going to keep building and people are going to keep thinking of new ways to take advantage of other sellers or other buyers. And I think they did do it like Whatnot, at least they prevented the, I think it's called like bounty is when you say like, we're going to be opening up this Destin Rivals case. And if you hit, if you pull like the Mewtwo chase card, you will also get this bounty card and Whatnot has prevented that, which is good. But then you take that away, people think of another way to just do the same thing. Like now it's instead of a bounty, it's just like one or the other. You're bidding for the chance at this bigger item or better item. And I think what they should do is just ban the account altogether if you're doing these gambling type sales because you're just promoting it more and more. And if you ban a certain thing, like if they ban the thing where it's like you bid on the chance of getting the better item, then they're just gonna think of a new way to do the same thing. So I think those selling platforms should just ban it, ban the accounts, don't let them sell again, in my opinion. And I know that's gonna bother some people and be like, oh, but they're willing to do it. Like they're willing to pay for it. But that doesn't make it justified. That doesn't make it like okay for you to enable it and promote it and make money from it too. I think you should sell things professionally, do it the proper way, and sell things as is. Don't sell a chance at a good item. It's the same thing with the Pokemon, like any trading card mystery lots. Like I sell bulk lots, and I sell things like 100 cards with one ultra rare. I don't promote it and say chance at a Charizard or chance at a secret rare $100+ card. Like that, I've never done that before because it's just sleazy. Like it's like a terrible business practice to be scamming people like that. And to see it be so favored because people are doing it on a stream, it just doesn't make sense. And there's always been a hate on like the repacks, but then when people do it in a way that's like fun or entertaining, it's okay. And even with those, like I've been seeing there's been a lot of controversy with like the tag grading cards that a lot of TikTok streamers have been selling in those like white packs, and they'll like hype up a tag graded 9 fossil horsey card, but they're selling it for like $50 or whatever it is. And that right there again is another gambling thing. But they hate on that one, but then they allow it for like 10 other different variations. But yeah, that's about it for this one. I already know it's gonna bother some people. Like people are gonna say, "Oh no, it's not a gambling problem. Oh, it's whatever." But that's just my opinion. I don't think it should be a thing, and I think you should only sell things as is. Describe it properly. Say exactly what they're going to be getting, and don't try to take advantage of their desire to get like a better item for a cheaper price. And that also goes for the buyers too. You guys should not be feeding into that and like enabling it because they can't do the gambling stuff if you don't buy from them. So it works both ways. Like both of those types of people are in the wrong, in my opinion. And yeah, that's just what I think. And I think it's a big problem that needs to be looked into before it gets even worse. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Comment down below if you think it's a problem or if you think I'm just exaggerating. But curious to see what you guys think. And I will see you all in the next video.